All weekend long, you've likely seen promotions on News 3 about a story we were set to run tonight about a Stoughton frame shop that would not return last year's Christmas gifts to their owners.
Well, the owner of that shop saw those commercials as well and called News 3 investigative reporter Adam Schrager at home this morning to offer to make things right. Adam.
Well, Eric and Michelle, for the last 8 months, we have tried to get the owner of the Quill and Brush Gallery in Stoughton to simply return items that are not his. We've called numerous times, just like his customers. We've left messages, just like his customers. We've stopped by the store only to find it always closed, just like his customers. So before this morning, we were simply hoping Gary Stout would be watching tonight, and that when he heard these stories, he'd do the right thing.
If you look around this in Stoughton, you see the greenery, you hear the Christmas music playing.
Steve Lyons wants to believe this holiday season.
That is what Christmas is. It is about hope.
But hope is a tough sell as he drives down Main Street in Stoughton.
It's very frustrating. We drive by this business, it's always closed, the phone calls aren't returned.
His twin sons wanted to surprise their dad by framing his appearance in Madison Magazine. They brought it to the Quill and Brush Gallery. That was last Christmas. They had not intended on a layaway plan.
My message would be, can we have our things back?
As frustrated as Steve Lyons may be against Quill and Brush,
I have 2 little boys who are disappointed. But, you know, there are others who are dealing with limited time.
Donna Kern's struggles are more pressing.
It's very hard because this has been so emotional for me with the diagnosis.
Donna's been told by doctors she has between 1 and 3 years to live. She spent one of those years without the cross-stitch her daughter spent thousands of hours to create.
It's a mermaid fairy with beaded wings, and those are very hard to do.
She dropped it off to be framed last December.
It's very special. It's very meaningful to both of us. And I would just like to get it back.
All that was last week. When the Quill and Brush owner found out we were doing a story, he not only returned phone calls, but he returned property.
Just keep wanting to touch it because it's back. And touching it makes it real.
Real and more beautiful than the photos she'd stared at for the last year.
I'm so grateful and I'm so excited and I'm so happy.
My boys are thrilled to get their things back.
Steve Lyons had his stuff returned on Monday as well. He says the moral of this story is that eventually people do the right thing.
I tell my kids all the time, there's always hope. You know, be positive. You know, the glass is half full. And so this has a nice ending.
A happy ending that in Donna Kern's case was desperately needed.
In September, I was hospitalized through the emergency room, and doctors weren't sure I was going to make it out of there. It's been a year, and it's been a lot of heartache, and I'm just grateful to have it returned. It's just.
So we finally spoke with Gary Stout this morning and again this afternoon. The owner of the Quill and Brush Gallery says he needed to take a second job to make ends meet and that he hasn't been able to put the time into the Quill and Brush as he'd hoped. He says he's sorry for what's happened over the last year, but that he has been just trying, guys, to make a living.
Wow, you really don't expect to find someone like Donna in a story like that, but it's nice to see it kind of come full circle. And
they were very happy today. It's nice that, you know, we don't always get happy endings. It's nice to get a happy ending.
We wish her the very best as well.
Sure thing.
All right.
Of course.
Thank you, Adam. And you can call our Call for Action hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints you might have. The number right there on your screen, 608-270-2833, open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m.